Coding is a computer language. And like any language, it is a means of communication. It is the communication within computers due to human interactions. These interactions are programs and instructions that are related by humans with a product for understanding. Programming and coding are often used interchangeably, but they are different. A computer program is a list of instructions that tell a computer what to do, while coding is using the programming language to get the computer to behave as desired. Each line of the code is a set of instructions for the computer. A set of codes form a script, and a set or dozens of sets form a program. Everything a computer does is done by using a computer program. Some examples of computer programs includes operating system, apps, search engines, and browsers. A web browser like Mozilla Firefox and Chrome can be given instructions to view certain web pages on the internet, while a search engine like Google or Bing can be instructed to search and find things on the internet. In this era, where everything that you can possibly think of can be done using an app or a website, like ordering food or shopping online, to watching movies or even taking a course. As applications are being digitized, the demand also increases for developers and programmers. Therefore, learning a programming language now would be beneficial to you as a career and a source of income. In this video, I will discuss how to learn the programming language of your choice and lead you to the correct way to begin your programming journey. There are many ways to follow if you want to learn coding. However, in this video, I will suggest the following ways for you to consider. 1. Use of free coding websites. There are websites like W3 Schools, Code Academy, and FreeCodeCamp, which offer free tutorials on coding. These platforms offer free online text editors and compilers to begin learning coding immediately. They are websites built with the idea that many beginners are stuck at the beginning when they start to learn to code while setting up the development environment themselves. 2. Use of YouTube video tutorials. There are many free YouTube tutorials that you can consider if you prefer to use videos for learning your codes. All you need to do is to head to the YouTube search bar and request for suggested videos, and many recommendations will pop up for you to consider. And you will be able to start learning how to code in minutes. 3. Use of online courses. If you prefer a school-like detailed study with step-by-step guidance, then you should consider enrolling for online courses. You can find courses at Udemy, Pluralsight, Skillshare, and many other platforms. Some of these tutorials and courses also offer certifications which could help boost your resume. 4. Join boot camps. Boot camps are usually crash code learning camps where people attend for some weeks or months to learn coding. These camps are usually practical hands-on classes that are good for those who want to change careers, want to develop a skill, or seek passive income alternatives. 5. College degrees in computer science. If you are still a high school student, or have the time to do a 2, 3, or 4 years course at the college or university, then you may want to consider this option. It is the option of enrolling for formal education in software development or computer science that offers web development as some or part of it modules. Presently, some universities or colleges offer BSc or MSc in web development. You may want to consider such degrees. Learning coding skills takes time. It demands patience and motivation to never give up in spite of challenges on the way. If you are able to persist to understand the concept, it will later become a fun thing for you to do. The first and foremost step you must take is to choose the right language to learn. However, before you do that, you may need to learn markup structure, like HTML. It is an important language for any programmer to learn, and have a grasp of the concept of HTML, whether you want to become a web developer, apps developer, a game developer, or simply writing useful programs. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is the language you will need to build structure for your programs. This is because HTML is the skeleton for websites, apps, and other computer programs. The next thing you may need to have a grasp is the styling sheets, that is CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Styling Sheets. It is what you will use to beautify your websites or apps and make them look great to use. After you have gotten some knowledge of HTML and CSS and their frameworks, the next thing is to choose the right programming language for yourself. For example, if you want to specialize in web development, the best way to go is to learn JavaScript. If on the other hand, you want to develop web apps, you can start with Python, which is easier to learn. However, JavaScript is more encompassing, as its knowledge will give you the edge to learn other programming languages easily. Nevertheless, you will need to choose the language that interests you, and that is based on the projects that you would like to develop in the future. Therefore, if you plan to go into mobile app development, you may want to begin with Java for Android and Swift for iOS. Nevertheless, if you learn JavaScript well, you will be able to learn a program like React Native and build multi-platform apps that can operate on both Android and iOS. And if it is to specialize as a web developer that you want, then JavaScript is the language to learn after understanding HTML and CSS. If you want to learn coding fast, you will need to take some very important steps, as follows. 1. Build a good foundation by learning programming basics. The first and most important thing you need to do is to make your foundation strong. This will make your learning easier as you gain more knowledge and become a professional in the field of programming. Learn the basics thoroughly and try your hands on the code. As you encounter problems, try solving them yourself. Whichever programming language you are learning, you will need to stress on the following topics to begin learning, as they are common in almost all the languages. The topics are functions, data types, variables, arrays or lists, statements, conditions, classes and objects, and many others. 2. Learn coding by writing codes. If you want to learn coding fast, you must learn to study by doing. Coding is a practical thing, which does not require you to waste time learning the theories. You must immediately get your hands dirty by practicing your codes as you learn. The more you write codes, the more you know how to write codes. And there is no way around this. One of the ways I use to learn coding by doing is to open a video tutorial on one half of my computer screen and my text editor on the other half. I will then play the video, pause, and then try to do what I just watched in the code editor that is opened at the other half. 3. Consolidate your learning by building your first project. If you want to consolidate your code learning, you must move from the practice of writing codes to doing a full project. This is because building your personal project is the best way you can actually have a full grasp of what you have learned. Building a project would give you practical learning experience of the language in detail. It will also avail you the opportunity to know the implementation of the relevant concepts that you have learned earlier. You will also be able to learn how to deploy your project for the use of others. In addition, you will need to open a GitHub account where you can add all the projects that you built, as this will help you to later secure job easily. Since we have established that doing a project is fundamental to learning how to code, you will need to select the right project to practice. Choosing the right project may be challenging, as this is where most people get stuck in deciding the right project to do. Well, there are simple things you should consider when making such a choice. The following are some suggestions. 1. You should start with something simple. If you want to learn fast and master your coding well, then you should start your project learning with something simple. I will recommend that you begin with simple things, like building a calculator, if you want to specialize in apps development, or just a simple static website for a web development. You should use the easy projects to explore the language you are learning more before you go into complex projects building. As an example, it will be counterproductive for you just to start by trying to build a big social media website like Twitter or Facebook as you practice your projects, or to develop a messages app like WhatsApp. Just make it simple and learn as you learn to code more. Even Facebook that you see today was not always like that. They keep developing and adding features to the platform. 2. You should choose what interests you. As I have mentioned earlier, what interests you is important in your choice of the direction of programming learning you want to take. Whether it comes to studying or coding, you must do what interests you the most. You must enjoy the project area you choose so that you are passionate about it and it keeps you engaged until it is built. This is because, if you choose something that is not of your interest, you may end up giving up when it becomes difficult and challenging along the way. Since you do not have interest in it, there will not be motivation that will keep you going on in those challenging times. If you like photography, for example, you should choose a portfolio website and try to build a website for your photos first before you think of building for others. 3. Build something useful for yourself and others. As you learn to do a project, you should move on to build something for yourself, or your friends and family. You should be innovative and build something that is useful for you, as well as those that will be interested to others around you. Most times, as you begin, you may need to build your projects and offer them free to get reaction of others to your initial projects. This is because the first people that will use your products will be your important marketers and advisors. The project you built will be your selling point, and this way you would have something to showcase your skills and also have an edge over other candidates while looking for a job. How to stay motivated during difficult times. As you spend time to learn coding, there would come a time while you develop the projects that you would feel stuck. Sometimes, it may be errors in your codes or your program crashing without any message. It may even be that your codes are executing fine but not giving the required output. In such times, you may get so discouraged and may want to give up. If you ever find yourself in such a scenario, don't give up. Stay motivated, and to help yourself, consider the following points. 1. Use Google to find solutions to errors and challenges. Every problem that you may encounter, someone may have encountered same and may have posted to a certain forum looking for solutions. As you Google the right problem, you will get responses on how to solve such a problem. For example, if you are getting errors in your codes, or the results of your codes, just copy the whole error, paste to the search bar, and send the request. You will get many responses with a probable solution. 2. Use forum websites to communicate with other developers. Websites like Quora, Stack Overflow and Reddit are the top guide to developers around the world in their code writing. They are full-fledged platform for community of developers from all around the world that come up to help each other in their projects. You should join such forums and get the opportunity to post your challenges for suggested solutions. In these forums, you will also get to answer questions for others, and this will become more expert as you teach others. 3. Join physical developers associations and attend events. You should also try to see if there are any community forum or association of developers that you can meet and share ideas. You just need to make friends with people who have similar interests as yours and get to know them or maybe work with them. The easiest way to find such forums and events is to search for coding events or software developers on social media like Facebook's event page. You should offer service to others. The next thing you need to do to become an expert in programming and coding is to ensure that you are offering service to others. 1. Offer free service to family and friends. As an aspiring developer, don't wait for job to come, get to work. Look for family and friends that have businesses or are professionals in certain field. Those that do not have a website or need an app, and you should offer to produce one for them free. However, you may need to charge them for hosting, since most of the software you will use for the development are open source. 2. Seek for internship or a job. You can also seek for internship with organizations and companies that offers such to developers. This is to get the opportunity to develop your skills. Sometimes, you may accept offer for a job that may not even pay you well, just to build your skill. You should not bother about the small pay, as long as you have the opportunity to develop your skills through real-life experience. You will be building your resume for a better job. The following are platforms for job opportunities that you should consider. 1. LinkedIn. It is an online platform for job opportunities that reaches a worldwide audience and can help you find a variety of internships of your interest. 2. Networking. It is a good way of getting an internship or a job through reference. As you make friends with other developers, they will easily refer you to recruiters. 3. Career fairs. They are usually good opportunities to meet the recruiters in person and discuss and showcase your skills and interests. You also get to analyze if the project interests you too. Conclusion. Thank you for watching this video to this end. This is my modest guide on how to learn coding easily. I hope that after watching this video, you will consider learning programming and start coding your first project. Here at Talfatech, we teach you how to teach yourself skills that will change your life. Please consider giving us a thumbs up if you like this video. And you can subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified when we upload new videos.